Hey guys, Jonah here, back once again with another beer review, and it's been a hard day. I've been working hard and all that kind of stuff. So, as you well know, I need a beer at the end of a hard working day. So, I thought I'd go for a madman. And this is a beer that I got in the Royston. Andy from the Royston, hello mate, how are you? Apparently he watches my videos, so give him a shout out. And if you're down this way, always go to the Royston. It is the pub of the year, after all. Um, this was at his recommendation. It is Banana Drip by the Finback Brewery. Um, it's an Imperial Stout with banana, coffee, vanilla, and peanut butter. And Finback Brewery is in America, so this was shipped all the way over from America. You can tell it's American. Well, number one, because it says Finback Brewery, Queens, from New York. New York. But also it says a pint. It's a pint can, but 16 fluid ounces. And it also talks about the Surgeon General, which is kind of cool. And nothing, as usual, I was looking for the pregnant ladies, but absolutely nothing about pregnant ladies. So pregnant ladies, you can drink this beer. And for those of you that didn't see, where is it? It's up here. It is 11.5% beer. And this can is not a 440. This is a 475. Looks very much the same, but their cans in the United States are a little bit taller. And you look at the way it's hard to see. I don't want to turn it over because it's going to explode everywhere. But yeah, their ring pulls are slightly different to the ones we get in the UK, which is kind of weird. Right, I've got to be really careful because this, like I say, this has flown across the sea. New York. It's not as far as somewhere like California, but you know, things coming from New York to the West Coast. What am I talking about? East Coast. Jesus, forgotten where I am now. And I haven't been drinking because I thought I'm going to have this beer, and this is a ludicrous beer. So yeah, there we go. Now, oh, in something else interesting. Wow, look at that. Got some on my thumb, but not my trousers, which is always good. Now, I'm going to pair this against a beer that doesn't seem to be that available anymore, which was the Imperial Banana from Vocation Brewery. Used to be able to buy it in Tesco's, but you can't get it there anymore, which I'm really sad about. That was 11.4%. This is 11.5, but they're both Imperial Banana Stouts. Absolutely ridiculous beers, and that was one of my favourite beers from the supermarket. So I've got my Vocation glass. I also thought I could do a big glass because I know this is 475. I don't know if it will fit in my normal tasting glass. So hey, why would we do something like that? Right, let's get this in the glass. This looks like engine oil. Absolutely nuts, this is. And a lot of people were saying, don't put it in the fridge. So for once, I did listen to people and I didn't put it in the fridge. So this is, wow, look at that colour. Really, really dark head. My God, this is going to be absolutely nuts. That looks like chocolate ice cream. Right, let's try and get this in shot. Move that back a bit, back a bit. Something like that. Who knows? You'll see the thumbnail on this video. Wow, the head has almost totally disappeared. I'm not surprised actually. And unlike beers from the UK, it doesn't actually say what the ingredients are in here. I did go onto their website to try and find out, but I couldn't find out myself. So, whoa, nice. Smells like peanuts. Peanut butter, perhaps. No jelly. You know, Americans, they like peanut butter and jelly. Or jam, like we'd call it. I'm also getting chocolate. And I'm not sure about the coffee. I'm definitely getting chocolate, but there's something else there, like um, a vanilla maybe, or a spice, something like that. Yeah, kind of sweet, kind of vanilla, or a sweet chocolate with vanilla and peanut butter. Oh, going to be absolutely ridiculous. Now, unlike the Vocation beer, which was £5, I always thought that was cool, having a £5 beer that was 11.5% in a supermarket. Nuts. This beer, just a shade over £10 for a can. I know that's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm usually a tight bastard, but Andy, he knows his beers. He's a really good guy. I don't mind supporting my local can shop. I don't know if it's really that. My local micro, put it that way. So another shout out to the Royston. This beer is going to be an absolute epic. We'll see how well we do. If I have, by the end of this video, entertained you, please click like. Think about subscribing to the channel. Meet me down below in the comments and comment if you've had this beer. What did you think of it? Cheers and beers. Oh, ridiculously sweet. This has definitely got some lacto in. If it hasn't, then I'm going to fall over in a diabetic coma. Really, really sweet. But then we're getting that kind of dark kind of fruit. I am actually getting some sort of jelly stuff now. So it's like, you know, I was saying peanut butter. I am getting the jelly now, but maybe that's because of the sweetness. Um, I am getting the coffee now too. Really nice bitterness. So this is really much like a sweet. It's not as for an imperial stout. It's not espresso. It's weird. I've said that a few times with the dark beers lately, but this one's really sweet latte, maybe with some vanilla cream or something like that. Whoa. And that nuttiness is there too. So it's weird. It's like a coffee, but it's got a kind of roasted kind of nuts there. Not like a salted one, but it's really weird. It's like having sweet, yeah, sweet peanut. Very bizarre. Um, but yeah, my God, is this ridiculously sweet. Wow, I didn't actually think there was much carbonation there. After all, the head has completely disappeared. I like the way it says vocation, and this is not a vocation beer. So please don't think it is, but it's in honor, well, number one of the vocation Imperial banana beer. Actually, that's one thing I'm not really getting banana. It was more of a berry. Maybe the sweetness. Interesting. I'll see if I can taste the banana. But for me at the moment, it's more of a berry taste. But maybe that's because of the intense sweetness. But yeah, secondly, I was going to say cheers and beers to my departed friend Jim, who, as you well know, I've talked about it many times, died a couple of years ago. And his favourite brewery was Vocation, but I think he would have liked this beer as well. Right, let's see what we get with another sip. See if that sweetness has gone off a little bit. My God, you could put a flake in it. It's like an ice cream. Okay, now that I'm thinking of banana, and I'm kind of searching for it, I can kind of see what they mean, but it's kind of like a banana split, you know, like those sweets, the candy sweets you used to be able to get that tasted like banana. It doesn't actually taste like real bananas. Um, it's like a sugary banana. It's like a banana candy, a banana milkshake, perhaps. That's got a spoonful of, you know, if you have those thick shakes, and if you're ever down in this neck of the woods, Morelli's in Broadstairs is definitely one of the places to go to get an ice cream. Um, but yeah, you get a proper thick shake made with yeah, with real ice cream. And if you put vanilla ice cream in there with a banana, oh, I used to make my own, and yeah, even that wasn't this sweet. I think they've kind of missed a trick here by leaving it so sweet, but perhaps that's to try and take away from the amount of alcohol that's in this bad boy. This is basically wine, a pint of wine, um, an American pint, not an English pint, but still a pint. Just wow. This is one of those beers that you should really lock yourself in a darkened room, sit on a leather Chesterfield sofa, put your feet up, um, maybe have a cigar and savor. But alas, you know what I'm like. I'm going to drink this whole beer because that's what I do. Yeah, I would say, and I hate to disparage from Finback because this is a really nice beer, but it's far too sweet. I would say the vocation one is still my favourite. Wow, bit more carbonation. Sorry, dear viewer, but that's what happens when you drink beers, especially very quickly, like me. Um, this is a lovely, lovely beer. Yeah, what I was going to say was the Vocation Imperial Banana, I believe, was my choice of beer of the year in 2022, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2022, maybe 2021, but my beer of the year. And this is not far off that. And it's a tiny bit stronger. It's just that sweetness is kind of messing with my melon, man. This is what I was saying the other day. Can you see the stronger alcoholic beers, you get this kind of film that sticks on the side of the glass. I don't know if you can see that. You get that with whiskey as well. And it's especially with slightly stronger kind of things. You don't usually get that with things like mild um, or some of the light porters that you can get. But the imperial stouts, the imperial porters, oh my god, look, it's still, I don't know if you can quite see, but this side of the glass is still discoloured because that's where I'm drinking from. Wow, absolutely really, really good beer. And if you're in New York, um, that's more like New Georgie, New York. I don't know how a Queen's accent is. Um, I definitely can't do a New York accent at all, but I can't do an English accent really. But yeah, if you're in New York, look out for these boys and look out for this beer. It's absolutely ridiculous. Finback Brewery. I even like the way that, yeah, look, there it is, just Finback. It just says down there. Oh, it does say vanilla. I'd forgotten about that. What does that say? Enjoy with good company. Um, an imperial smoky stout. Sorry, an imperial snacky stout with banana, vanilla, peanut butter, and invisible force coffee. So there we go. Big shout out to Invisible Force. So apparently it's got real coffee in it. Apparently it's got real banana in it as well. But I don't know if you've tried cooking with banana or using things like banana. Plantain is a type of banana. Um, pardon me. But if you see it in or use it in its normal form, it doesn't actually taste like banana at all. Very, very weird. If you've had those banana crisps, especially the unflavored ones, or when I say unflavored, I mean just with a bit of salt on them, they don't taste like banana whatsoever. So, yeah. Maybe what we, the consumer, thinks is banana taste is not banana at all, it's banana flavoring. Tell you what I was thinking about doing. Um, there is a yeast, and it's called banana split, I believe, and they use it in Hefeweizens. There's a brewery near me over here. They're from Margate, actually, called North Down. They made a Hefeweizen using this particular yeast, and I actually was lucky enough to. The guy was good to us. We'd had a tour. Um, because obviously I'm on the Kent camera tasting panel. I go around the whole county tasting beers. Um, but yeah, they got a jug and they literally tapped their fermenting vessel, their FB. And basically, it was a jug full of really thick yeast laden beer, so it was not clear, and the beer itself was reasonably clear, but this wasn't. This was thick and just it looked like a London fog. And my God, that yeast really does taste of bananas. So if you put it in something like this with banana as well in there, you're going to get some serious banana taste. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm deciding whether to talk to you or drink some more. I think I'm going to drink some more. And then I've got something else to say. We're dragging on, but I knew I would because this is a strong beer. Oh, look at that. My hand is not nicotine stained. This is the dyeing of the side of this glass. My God, absolutely ridiculous beer. Yes, what I was going to say. Actually, I can taste the peanut butter again now. Maybe that kind of particulates floating in the beer. Maybe they settled out to the bottom. Wow. And I'm getting coffee now. I'm getting a bitterness in my mouth, like a chocolate bitterness. That's kind of cleaning my palate. It's washing. It's basically making my taste buds salivate to some degree, and it's washing out my palate, which is really nice. Fresh for another beer. But that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say the mouthfeel of this is surprisingly thick for such a heavy beer. Quite nice. Anywho, hopefully you had a good time looking at this beer with me. Look at that, the Imperial Banana sorry, the Banana Drip. I should give it its actual proper name, from Finback Brewery. It's the Imperial Banana beer, Imperial Snacky Stout with banana, vanilla, peanut butter, and coffee. Wow, absolutely ridiculous. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I'm actually feeling it now, drinking a pint of 11.5% beer. Whoa, I'm going to have a lie down in a minute. This has been your loving Unclejona, as always. Don't panic. I will be back with more beer reviews. Maybe not such ludicrous ones as this, but I'll be back real soon.